Having the studio, Richard Agbonifo is here. I always like your name, Agbonifo. The Nigerian fellow say the name carry weight.
Hey, go ground.
Oh my goodness. So good to have you. Richard Agbonifo is the president and founder of Hand2Hand Foundation, a foundation that is actually doing well to see how they can make Nigerian sport better and make our society better. Every facet of life here in Nigeria. Okay, good to have you, Richard Agbonifo, once again.
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, you saw the result there.
Yes.
You were a former handball player.
Exactly. So. Yeah. I'm really surprised that the tables are turning with some of the teams now. At the time I was playing, Benway was like Buffalo. They were like untouchable. You know, so safety shooters are still there where they are, especially the ladies. They are still on top. They have always had good players, and the safety shooters men. I'm surprised that I think they just lost, right? So they're also a very, very good team. I think they might bounce back. But the way it is now, I think everybody wants to win. So that is a good thing to see. In Nigerian League handball, there's competition. Everybody is having fun. They really want to fight. And it's a very, very interesting game. I just hope that the turnout of people watching it will get bigger in future. Hopefully it gets bigger.
They're talking about Adova Handball League, and really it's getting better. Not the way it was when he was playing. Okay, let me do something. Just roll that Adova handball game. As you are rolling it, I wanted to see when you were playing this kind of. Did you have this kind of court then?
We did not. No, we had, but only in Abuja.
Only in Abuja.
Only in Abuja. We had it in the military barracks. Okay. That's where they had the same standard as in Europe. Okay. That was only in Abuja. But I can see that we have in Lagos, the National Stadium is also a good. In Abuja, it's also have a good court. Hopefully they can maintain it.
Hopefully it can be maintained. So that takes us to our topic, because in fact I wanted to start with school sport. But now that you have just mentioned, hopefully they can maintain it. Now let's have our focus there, sport development in Nigeria, and picking it from what you said last. Hopefully they can maintain it. Nigeria, we have so many stadiums, we call it now a stadia, so the plural form. So many across. Lagos, Bauchi, Kano, Kaduna, everywhere you go, you have at least a stadium in the, mostly the cities. But like you have just mentioned, majority of them are moribund as we speak. They are non-functioning. You mentioned the court there, standard court, but majority are not being put into use in different sports. What is the problem with Nigerian having maintenance culture? If we build a stadium, look at Abuja Stadium. Built, well structured and everything, and then you go there, you'll be wondering what is the problem with maintenance culture. Let's start from there.
It's a mentality problem. We get something and we believe that's the end. We get support, we get a shoe, we get clothes, whatever we get, we just believe that's the end. We have gotten it, okay, I don't have to do anything anymore. I don't know why it is the mentality of Nigerians. If it comes to sports, it comes to politics, if it comes to anything we are doing, even if it comes to hotels, I go to different places. I see. Let's just stay with the courts. We have a handball court or a football stadium. We put somebody there to take care of it. They don't take care of it. They just do the necessary and leave the rest because we don't want to bother ourselves. And we forget, and we just think because we see something is looking new, we think at that moment it will remain new without us doing anything. And that is our problem in Nigeria. It's a cultural and mental mentality problem. And I don't know why we are like this, but this thing has to change before anything can happen. We have this maintenance culture. We have to learn, not just for the facilities we have, but for the players also themselves. The players have to be maintained. I remember when I used to play handball, or when we get money for the competition, we will hear on the television, they will say, the government has given for this competition, for this team, let's just say, example, 100,000 naira. The players should get 50,000 naira. They announce it, but the players will get only 10,000 naira, all of us.
As a team.
As a team, not one, as a team. So that is what we do in Nigeria. We get something, we just start cutting. We give the next person, they will cut half. The next person will cut half. At the end, there's nothing for the players. The players are not being maintained. That is also a maintenance culture. If you, at a certain time, the handballers will say, okay, let me go and play football because that's where money is. But that is not always not always the thing. Yeah, because we also see that also in football, money is also being cut in every level. But the government gives a lot of billions, millions out for the sport, but it doesn't get to the players. That maintenance culture is also lacking. Yeah, so maintenance of the players, maintenance of the facilities has to change. Somebody has to say, okay, good, take responsibility to make sure that what we have is maintained and it will remain. I'll just give one small example. In the hotel I used to stay one time, I come to a very, very beautiful hotel, and I just imagine it was so dusty. I just imagine myself how the hotel would look 10 years ago. Even just the sign of the hotel, number 20, is dirty. All you have to do is just take a rag and clean it. We don't see things like this. It makes it more attractive. When we maintain ourselves, our culture, our facilities, everything we do, handball, no matter what sport, will be attractive to the rest of the world. My
goodness, so that's it there, coming from Richard Agboni for joining us in the Studio to Talk Sport this hour. And we are looking at sport development in Nigeria. In fact, the question that popped up as number one, well, it wasn't planned for, because when he was making a point about maintenance culture, really, we need to really change about that, because we have everything in place, the one we have, but we don't even maintain it well. Now, that takes us to because before we can have world beaters, world stars, it starts from the grassroots. Yeah. It starts from schools, where we have school sports. School sport in Nigeria, you see, if I'm to ask you, is it better now or worse?
It's worse. It's worse.
Can you explain that?
It's worse, because I remember when we used to do inter-house sports in school in those days, everybody was involved. Every student, we had coaches. We had coaches who were ready to go the length to make sure all children are involved in the competition. People are struggling to compete, but now it's not the level. Even me, the person that brought me to handball was begging me, come and play handball, come on, because I was lefty, I was left-handed. So they needed, so come and play. And I said, okay, good, let me come and play, let me try. And I came. There's that encouragement is not there anymore. But I think it might be coming back slowly, but I don't see it being, it has to be in a way that everybody, not just the coaches, the teachers, but the parents, everybody has to be involved. And the national government sports federation have to be involved 100%. Not just sending somebody to go there, they have to be involved 100%. They have to say, look, we have to start the grassroots. We want to, this is a campaign. All grassroots, we want to start, and they don't not just play competition one day, they should play league for children, for the youth, under 12, under 15, under 18, league. They'll be playing games every week. Make it a very, very small zonal thing. Competition, where they don't have to travel so far, because that is the problem, traveling too far. So they just play the zonal every week, and they'll be training once or twice a week, and they play in weekend. You will see the level that things will change. Sports is not just for the competition. Sports is also for the good health of the children. The more sports you do, the mental alertness is there for school also. Okay, good one there. Well, because of our time, we'll be taking those questions as to come. Now, when it comes to human resources, we have them. Talk of any, in fact, if any sport should break today, comes in today or being innovated today, Nigerian will pick it up. Yesterday, I was presenting, I remember I talked about bobsled. Bobsled is a sport that they take a cart, it will enter and run through, and it's actually done on ice. We have Nigerians it's also very cool, and Nigeria is the first country to do that from Africa. Wow. And now we've seen tech ball, we've seen so many sports coming up, and Nigerians are into it, and the old ones too. But I noticed that despite us having so many hands, why do we always get it wrong, especially when it comes to other sports? I would say we already talk about maintenance. Maintenance is also part of it. Secondly, it is just the interest. Sometimes people feel, because I'm not personally doing it, I'm not going to put anything into it. Because Nigerians, anything we set our minds to do, we can do it. Anything. You can go to anywhere in the world. You can bobsled. We don't have snow, but we are doing bobsled. But if you train us really to do it, Nigeria will be somewhere else in a different level in bobsled. Because the thing is that we Nigerians, we have to learn one thing. We are one of the strongest minds in the world. In sports, the strongest minds. In Germany, in every other part of the world, I'll use Germany as an example, where I come from. In athletics, 40% of people who are leading in athletics are Nigerians. You're a journalist, you can check it yourself. They are Nigerians born there. I'm not talking about mixed race. There are some mixed race, but Nigerians, Yoruba, Hausa, Cameroonian, Nigerian, who are born there, who are running for Germany. You can imagine if we have that kind of support here in Nigeria. Look at football, the same thing. Look at England national team. So many Nigerians in it who were born in England. But if we have the training, if we bring these people back and say, okay, make it attractive for them to come and do something here, people will run back and come home to Nigeria. That's just the only thing. We are so strong. I just hope that one day people will just see what, because I'm telling you what I see from outside. I sit down, I see what is happening in Nigeria. You know, people keep on saying if Nigeria just has maintenance, administration, people who take off their teams, Nigeria will exceed in every sport.
Talking about every sport, and if you check it, like the way other nations take sport seriously as part of, you know, we here in Nigeria take it as just fun.
Yeah.
We don't see sport as a viable means of running an economy.
Yeah.
And truly, you look at America, even Jamaica, small nation, big nations, they don't focus on one sport, or they take sport serious. They see that, I always use a slogan, sport is business and fitness. Yeah. And now, in Nigeria here, how can we take it, what can we do that, maybe I would say, what can we do to let people know that this particular sport, we can really take it seriously? Because whatever you study, I've not seen what you study.
Yes.
If you want to claim that, no, I'm a medical doctor, I don't want to go into sport, you can work in sport. Oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, no, I study aeronautical, whatever you want to do. You can still use it to work in sport. So, what can we, what kind of advice can you give that will make us take sport seriously in this part of the world?
Yeah, I would say, first of all, for the government should forget about the money. They should invest in the people.
Okay.
They should invest in the people, because that money is, they should not invest in sport because they want to get something back. The people, when they are vibrant, when they do sports, they go out for training, the children go out for training, people have sports facilities where they can go for training, clubs where they can train. The society will be better. People are happier. The more sports we have, the more reason we have to gather. That is the thing. The more reason we have to gather. I'm a Christian. Exactly. Even in the Bible, I'm not so religious, but I was born in a Christian family. Even the Bible says, don't forget to gather together. Gathering together for the same cause, bring people who are, if you have different political affiliation, you come together and sit down and you have a drink. It unites everybody. There is a good, what's that word? A good feeling. There's a good feeling about your neighbor. Yeah, we like the same sports. Arsenal, I like the same sport. No matter, is it cycling? Is it swimming? Is it a different thing? You come together. It brings a very, very good feeling to the nation. That is what the government has to invest in. They don't have to expect anything back from it. The only thing they have to expect back is for people who come to work happy. People who come to work who have gone to sweat yesterday and come the next day, fresh to work. This is the thing you need. In Germany, in Europe, in America, sport is taught from the age of 6. From the age of 6, you go to clubs and you pay maybe less than 500 naira in the equivalent a year for the child. And you'll be going to sport, doing sport, having that team spirit. That's another thing. We Nigerians, Africans, we are very, very lone ranger. I do my thing, I fight alone. But if you do sport, you learn to work in a team. Not just in the field, but also you take it with you to work.
Now, going back to that particular clip there, look at that clip. So look at different ladies on the table. This is Ayo. This is just Ayo, traditional sport.
Exactly.
Look at how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one table playing Ayo. Competing against, they were happy. Look at the joy. This is Ludo, right? Yeah, this is sport. It brings all of them together. So, like we were saying, sport unites us all. No matter what it is, either football, either Ayo, either traditional sport, whatever it is, it brings all of us together. Richard Agbonifo has been with us in the studio talking about how we can get it right, because we're talking about sport development in Nigeria, trying to see how we can get it right. If we take this particular sector seriously, it can help a lot of things. A lot of youth to be off the street, they will be employed. They will also become breadwinners, of course. See those athletes that are doing well in their endeavors. They are taking care of their families. Tobi Amusan, of course, one of them. She ran the race of her life in Eugene, Oregon. And remember that race, a lot of Nigerians with goosebumps on their faces and body for the fact that the Nigerian broke 2 records that night in the USA. It will never be forgotten in a hurry. Remember Chioma Jua? The 1996 Atlanta Olympics still stands out. No one has forgotten in a hurry. And every other thing we have actually achieved in sport. And truly, if you unite together through sport, we can always achieve a lot. That's why we've brought this topic today. And now let's take 2 more, at least if we can have 2 more questions for you before we wrap it up.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the youth themselves. Apart from the government dropping the money and creating, making sure there are facilities for them to train. Yeah. When it comes to the youth themselves, we have mentality too, because we know that, okay, a lot of youths, to some extent, they are very innovative and they want to achieve. So, what advice would you give to the youths out there taking into sport, taking it seriously? Because it's as if now entertainment has taken over. People don't really focus.
Everybody's dancing now. TikTok.
Yes, singing and dancing. But seriously, not everybody will do that. Some will still go into sport, and those who want to go into sport or still doubtful, what can you say to them?
I would say most youths, I would say 90%, want to do sports. So they don't know where to go to. That's why I say, first of all, the government has to go and go to them. So if they don't know what to go to, they should reach out to different organizations. There are so many organizations who want to help. I have gotten 2-3 emails from somebody from Port Harcourt, from Imo. They are writing us that they play badminton. They say they need help. And I will say also now on television now, I already talked to the boy on the phone, and I saw the pictures, everything he has been doing, and I will support him.
Badminton.
Badminton. Any sport. I keep on saying, Hand2Hand Foundation is there to support every youth who wants to do sports. And we'll support them, we'll give them, and I'm going to send him canvases, badminton rackets, different things. He sent me the estimate, I tell me, look, this is what we have to do. And I will need receipts for all of them because people are paying for them, so we have to get receipts for all these things. So this is where we start from. The youth should not be afraid to reach out to organizations who are supporting sports, who are supporting youth, women affairs, wherever they should reach out. Those people will not come to them. Reach out. The worst thing that can happen to them is they say no.
The worst is to say no. Say no. Voice out, speak up.
Stand up. And the thing that even motivates me to help these kids because of that step they took to say, excuse me, sir, I saw what you are doing. Can you help me?
I'm good at this.
No matter what happens, no matter what, even if we don't have enough money in our fund, in our account as Hand2Hand Foundation, I will take out of my pocket and help that child.
What a way to go there. Talking about Nigerian sport development, at least we all need to be at the same level of working together to achieve success. And that is why we're looking at that today. Not every time we just showcase those glamorous clips and all that. We need to talk about Nigerian sport. How can we get it right? We keep complaining, but if we don't appreciate what we have, then begins to see how we can get it better. We may not get there. I'm talking about what we have so many athletes. We have so many stadiums, we have so many facilities, moribund, you have talked about them, what we can do and all that. Now, I will take a particular one before we wrap it up. Recently, Nigeria did not qualify for World Cup.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
How did you feel while you were watching that game?
It was a roller coaster of emotions. During the game, after the game, and during the press conference. When we lost, that was painful enough. We knew we could have done better, of course. There were a lot of things happening outside the field that was keeping the players not concentrated. That's just the truth. Our management is making so many things happen that are making our players not concentrate in the game. Yeah, so those are maintenance. You have to maintain these players. They should not be thinking about their salaries. They should not be thinking about the money they will get from why they give them a social amount. At the end, they get nothing or almost nothing. Most players, as I heard, are playing for free in the national team. That's what these are from good sources. And then the next thing that I will say pertaining the game is we do not accept responsibility. Whether you win or lose, accept the fact that you have lost. It is not somebody who did juju. Nobody did juju at the back of the post and was shaking hand. For a coach to make that statement is very, very unprofessional. It is embarrassing. When people were telling me this in Germany, I didn't see the interview. It was very, very embarrassing. We lost. We said we lost. We wake up.
Accept it.
Accept it.
And move on.
And move on.
AFCON is coming. Go and win AFCON.
Go and win it. Train. Say, hey, this is what we do. And you don't come down and say, oh, somebody was waving something juju at the back of the net. It doesn't matter. The other people would.
If it's by juju or voodoo, as they call it, yeah. Africa should have won the World Cup.
Because Africa would have won the World Cup.
World Cup is almost, I think, 100 years.
Exactly.
So, and no African nation has ever won it. With all the voodoo that
voodoo, exactly. That's the word. That's the voodoo. That's the word. Voodoo.
Anyway.
Accept your loss and go back to training. And our federation to stop thinking too much about it. There's a lot of politics going on there that is making the players not concentrating in the sport. That is the problem. That's
the problem there. Richard Agbonifo has been with us in the studio, and we've been talking with him, looking at Nigerian sport. How can we get it right? Developing our sport. We need to always export better things out there. We have the resources that can make Nigerian better, but something somewhere, it's not just working. All of us, both myself, him, and all of you watching, we need to work together and develop our sport. Parents, guardians, the youth themselves, those in powers or administration, to do everything possible to develop Nigerian sport. Richard Agbonifo has been with us. We want to appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much for always trying to develop Nigerian sportmen and women, for what you did concerning that badminton player. I'm impressed. Thank you so much. At least a good one to shake your hand.
Yeah,
right?
Thank you very much for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Anyway, good one there. Anyway, we have Sport 360. We always give you those activities happening. Join us by 5 p.m. We'll give you sport update. Everything that's actually happened between now and 5. We'll gather it together and bring it to the fore. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thank you for watching.